Hi, I'm Ken, and today we're going to be talking more about some of my Star Wars collection, and I kind of gave a teaser on the Power Wagon, Ewok Battle Wagon, not Power, why did I say Power Wagon? Battle Wagon, the Ewok Battle Wagon video. I gave a little teaser of the Yak Face, and this is kind of my crowning glory in my collection here, so I want to kind of give a whole video just for Yak Face because it was pretty amazing. I couldn't believe it when I found it. I remember when I found this figure, so I'll tell that story a little later. But today we're going to talk about the Yak Face, and he is still mint on card. Pretty impressive. I know. I don't know how I was able to last it without ripping this guy out of this card all these years, but luckily I packed him away pretty early on in his life, so he didn't get ripped open and played with or looked at or whatever I planned on doing. But anyway, let's get down to Yak Face. This is my Yak Face. He is on eBay right now as we speak, hopefully, if Sophia gets this edited in time before it ends. But I think he has about 6 days left on as of the filming of this YouTube video. And let's pop open the star case and get a good look at the Yak Face. And the star case comes along with it too. So here he is. This is the man. And I want to describe kind of in some of the condition that it's in and kind of the story of how I got this. I always thought this was weird. I remember one day I was working at KB Toys, and this was during the height of my collecting period, and I was opening up the Star Wars figures, you know, and you get so used to seeing the same old, I don't know, Bespin guard or whatever 100 times, and then you're like looking, you're hanging stuff on the pegs and putting out the product and just kind of zoning out and putting tags on stuff. And sure enough, I pull out of the bag 2 Yak Faces, which I had been on the lookout for forever because I couldn't figure out why I could never find a Yak Face. It was, you know, you get the back of the card and you try to get all the guys on the card, and I could never find a Yak Face, and I couldn't figure out why. And there he was in the box. 2 Yak Faces. I bought them both. I was like, oh. But I didn't even get price tags on them before I bought them. I was so excited. It was like, can you believe it? And I didn't even think back then, I didn't even notice that it was on some kind of weird card, that it was in a card that was different than everybody else's, because we're so used to seeing the Return of the Jedi cards at that time. And anyway, snatched them up as soon as I saw them. And literally, that was the only Yak Faces I ever saw ever again. And I probably put out thousands and thousands of Star Wars figures at KB Toys, and the 2 Yak Faces were the only ones I ever saw. And so I had the 2 in my collection, and truth be told, my other Yak Face that I had that was in about the same condition, I got talking to a guy at a garage sale we're having at the house. It was several years ago, and he asked if I had any Star Wars figures, and I told him about my Yak Face, and he wanted to see one, and I had 2, and he was just begging me to buy him, and I crumbled. I sold him one of my Yak Faces, and I think it was like $100 I gave it to him, and he hesitated even at that. But this is garage sale, you know, and I thought, $100, yeah, he's just sitting there. I have 2 of them. I'll keep this guy for my collection, and I'll sell the other Yak Face, and off he went. And I hope that guy really appreciates it, because even at that time, they were selling for well over $1,000 even then when I sold it to the guy for $100. And yeah, he was pretty appreciative, so I made his day. That's good enough as it is. Found a good home for the other Yak Face, but I still had this guy. And this was mine. And so I couldn't believe it. It was like, look at this weird package. If you can see this weird package, it's 3 languages. I assume it's French, Spanish, English. And from what I'm told, and now I got like a little part 2 to the story, because my good friend my good friend JMSS6434. I hope you're going to see this because I got a really good email from him this morning, as a matter of fact. And he told me of his story with Yak Face and stuff when he was a kid and collecting the same thing. So it was really a great email to read, and told about how he was trying to talk his dad into going on a road trip through Canada, because in Canada was the only place you could get to the Power of the Force Yak Face version. That's the only place you could get it. So he was begging his dad, but you know, didn't come to pass, and he never got his Yak Face. But it was a great story and a great email, and thank you, JMSS6434, for the wonderful email. But this, he tells me, is European packaging, thus the English, Spanish, French. And from the Palitoy, yeah, is that what it is? Yeah. Palitoy division. So I guess that was a division of General Mills, because this says Palitoy in the back. There's no Kenner on this anywhere, oddly enough. And so I guess it was kind of an offshoot of Kenner or something in Europe. I don't quite understand the association there, but this is the Palitoy packaging. And so this is Europe. I guess KB Toys was getting everybody's cast-offs at the time, because that was kind of like in mid-80s, and the Star Wars stuff was kind of going out of fashion. And, you know, bonus deal for me because I was picking it up by the handful. And so I got this European packaging, Yak Face. I kind of wanted to show a little bit of I'm going to get really picky on this so you'll know exactly what you're looking at. And probably the elephant in the room is this fairly substantial dent in his bubble right there, right above his face. That's kind of the only thing really that bad. The bubble has a couple of kind of minor dents in the bottom corner. But if you're to just glance at it, that's the only thing you'd see. To get even pickier, there's kind of a scratch. It kind of goes down this way. It's really light, and you have to get the camera just right on it. Hopefully we'll get that in the B-roll, and it's hard to see. There's a little bit of white on the edge here. This is amazing. See, I was so excited when I got it. The peg hole still has the Chad left in it, unpunched. That's got to be worth jack up the price for that. That's like phenomenal. No price tag ever been on it. Chad still in the peg hole. Amazing. There's kind of a warp to the card. You can kind of see. And I guess that's, I don't know, from storage or something. There's on the back, there's an oh so gentle wrinkle that kind of comes up like about right here. It's just on the back. It's kind of where the bubble was, I guess. It doesn't go all the way through. Seems to maybe be a puckering of the card. I don't know. Little wow on the back of the bubble. But this is weird. No UPC. Invisible UPC. But bam, it's on the front. Oh, that's the way they do it in Europe? I don't know. Must be hard for people to scan. But that was way before we had scanners. We never had a scanner at KB Toys, so. And here's another weird little thing. There's like these two little figures, if you can see right there. They're censored out with black dots. I guess they were too hot for Star Wars packaging, I guess. And then you think, oh, what is that? Princess Leia in the slave outfit or something? But no, it is Paplo, the Ewok. I don't know. And the Ewok warrior, which I don't even know what that one is. Just generic Ewok warrior. 78, 79. This is a 79 figure backing. And here's the weird part. I can't find Yak Face on this back. It's not even on his own back. I don't know. I looked and looked. Can't find Yak Face. Anyway, enough said about Yak Face. I guess I could go talk all day about Yak Face because this is really This, I mean, even when I got it in the 80s, mid 80s, I was so excited. I mean, even back then, this was like a really hard thing to get. And I could not believe it when that day I was at KB Toys. And sure enough, two of them ever. But let's wrap it up. I'm sure I blathered on long enough about Yak Face. And I hope this helps you in deciding on the eBay. Hopefully you're watching this and checking that out too. And good luck. Good luck on the bidding. Bid a lot, bid high. I don't, Mama needs a new pair of shoes. And I'm kind of sad to see him go, but I'm hoping the guy who gets this really appreciates it, because it was kind of the crowning glory of my collection. So thanks for watching, and make sure and check out the eBay. Check that out, and hope you had fun with this Yak Face discussion, and more to come later.